and screamed. It was the obsession from Lin Tian's past that erupted at this moment. Seeing this, Lin Xiaohan was extremely worried. Now, two souls had awakened within Lin Tian's body. One blamed Lin Xiaohan and Gu Chang'e for colluding to harm him, while the other admitted to having made mistakes. Shut up. Not even the smallest bit of obsession will shake my determination as the six-day God King. The struggle between the two souls. Let blood flow from Lin Tian's eyes as he begs in pain, "Sister, please kill me." Lin Tian suffers a backlash from the original owner's obsession, losing control of his body. His luck value decreases by 200 points, and the host's destiny value increases by 1,000 points. Currently, the luck child's luck value is depleted, and the killing rule has been activated as a warning. Seeing Lin Tian like this, Lin Xiaohan couldn't help but step back, tears streaming down her face, covering her mouth, unable to speak. Gu Chang'e gently patted her shoulder. "I know you can't bring yourself to do it. Go outside first, leave the evildoer to me." Although she didn't want to accept it, Lin Xiaohan could only turn around and leave. At this moment, Gu Chang'e revealed his true face. "Lin Xiaohan and Lin Tian are deeply bonded by blood. Do you know why she won't let this body be buried?" You know I faked my death?" "Gu, who exactly are you, and what is your purpose?" "Purpose? Do I have a purpose? Have you always wanted to kill me? Now you're asking what my purpose is." Lin Tian noticed that Gu Chang'e's aura was demonic. 1,000 questions appeared in his mind. Who is this person? Why does he have such methods? But Gu Chang'e didn't want to answer him at all. His finger pointed directly at Lin Tian's forehead. A dead person doesn't need to know so much. Lin Tian couldn't believe that he was going to die like this. He only had time to scream once before collapsing to the ground. The soul fragment of a God King realm expert really had a good flavor. It made Gu Chang'e's primordial spirit become even more powerful. But such demonic power couldn't be used recklessly. Without full assurance, Gu Chang'e absolutely couldn't reveal it easily. Successfully killing the luck child, initiating the rule, luck value decreased, currently calculating. Congratulations, host, for receiving a gift. Heavenly Tao treasure chest, luck value increased by 100 points, destiny value increased by 500 points. The treasure chest has been taken, and the luck value exchange function has been activated. The host's luck can be exchanged for destiny value, with an exchange rate of 110. I see now. There has always been a saying that consuming luck preserves life. The ability to exchange luck functions gives me an additional trump card in an imperceptible way. Afterward, Gu Chang'e decided to open the Heavenly Tao treasure chest. He obtained 3 luck seizure cards, 1/3 of a world destruction seed, and a critical strike card from the system settlement. The luck seizure cards can be used to compete for the luck child's luck. There is a certain risk of failure, so it depends on the luck child's condition. If the competition is successful, the luck child's luck will be reduced to 0, and the host will gain the corresponding amount of luck points. The critical strike card from the system settlement can grant critical strike rewards during system settlement, which could be rewards hundreds or even thousands of times the original amount. The critical strike card can be used when killing Yi Chen. As for the luck seizure cards, they are indeed rare and valuable items, and must be used cautiously. The price in the store is 10,000 destiny points. In other words, to start the competition, it's necessary to ensure you can seize at least 2,000 points of luck to avoid a loss. According to the system's calculation, the luck children I will encounter in the future will become stronger and stronger. Indeed, there are some benefits to cheating. Gu Chang'e continued to open rewards boxes beyond the Heavenly Tao. Congratulations, host, you have obtained the halo of the Destiny Child. The halo is currently transforming into the halo of the villain's destiny. Congratulations, host, you have obtained the heart of the God King. This heart contains the hard-earned cultivation of a God King realm cultivator for thousands of years, and can be fused directly. Gu Chang'e took the heart and replaced his own heart with it. It only elevated him by 1 layer in the Tao of Heavenly Immortals. He had already spent 3,000 destiny points, and his cultivation was still only at the late stage of Feng Ho. To break through to the peak of Feng Ho, it would likely require more than 5,000 destiny points. These matters really couldn't be delayed for even a moment. As Gu Chang'e walked, he calculated his next steps, ensuring everything would be foolproof. Seeing Gu Chang'e leaving, Lin Qiuhan couldn't help but shed tears. Gu Changge wiped her tears while saying, Lin Tian's matter has been dealt with. The soul fragment of the strong cultivator who occupied his body has also been eliminated. Letting him rest in peace early is also a good thing. After all, he was only occupied for a short time, and his soul probably hasn't dissipated yet. Maybe there's a chance for reincarnation. Lin Qiuhan's tears increased as she thanked Gu Changge. Zhanyu Ancient City is about 3 days' journey from Zhongzhou, where the Tianjiao debate takes place. I didn't expect the Cielu Holy Land to be destroyed like this. What kind of background does that young man from the upper world have? It's hard to say. Our ancient divine mountain has been in seclusion for many years, and we can't understand those kinds of people. But no matter his background, if he offends Brother Yi Chen, I will definitely make him pay the price. Miss Luli, rest assured, although that person comes from the upper world, he is nothing to us from the ancient divine mountain. That's right. He dared to offend Miss Luli. And this matter cannot be easily forgiven. He's just someone from the upper world, and this Tianqing realm is not a place where he can act with impunity. Di Xue, do you have any news of Brother Yi Chen? Miss, last time I sensed the fluctuation of spiritual energy within him in Zhongzhou. But it's been a while since I last sensed his aura. Is that so? During this time, Brother Yi Chen must have suffered quite a lot. Miss, you will definitely return to the upper world sooner or later, but as for Yi Chen, even reaching the void god realm is difficult for him. I advise you. I know you all look down on Brother Yi Chen, but I believe he will soar to great heights. He once said, don't look down on the poor young man. This is not without reason, but with Yi Chen's abilities, even if you give him 30,000 years, he won't accomplish much. He was already born at the starting line. And he will never be able to cross it. Enough. Don't say any more, Di Xue. I need to go meet that young man from the upper world. If anything unpleasant happens, that old guy in the void god realm beside him, I'll trouble you to step in and stop him. Di Xue didn't know what to say to this person with a brain full of water, and could only advise her to be careful. Gu Changge was holding a pill in his hand, his expression extremely satisfied. Lin Qiuhan's talent was indeed impressive, only a few days had passed, and she had already succeeded in alchemy. Just then, outside, dark clouds gathered and thunder roared. But Gu Changge remained unfazed, calmly sipping his tea. Who goes there, daring to trespass into the ancient Lin family? Ha ha ha, the ancient Lin family is so small. We come from the ancient divine mountain, and we're here to pay our respects. Upon hearing the words ancient divine mountain, the family head of the Lin family's expression immediately changed. May I ask what brings you to my Lin family? The white-haired man spoke, go tell Gu Changge, Yi Chen's cousin. Luli hopes to meet him. If you all wish to meet young Master Gu, please wait a moment, I will notify him. The Lin family head spoke with difficulty. Do you know what it means to offend Miss Luli? The Lin family will have no place to stand in the Tianqing realm. But before this person could make a move, a golden giant hand suddenly descended from the sky. One finger was enough to bring the momentum of 1,000 troops, aiming directly at the red-haired man's face. When the wind stopped and the clouds parted, the red-haired man had disappeared. A voice echoed. Let them in. The red-haired man's companions didn't understand what had just happened, nor did they know where their young master had gone. After all, they were from the ancient divine mountain, and yet someone dared to say kill and actually do it. The palm strike just now had already carried the oppressive force of the Wind King realm. What kind of background does this person have? Although they were somewhat intimidated at first, they still decided to go in. In the sky, Di Xue had been quietly observing everything. Since entering the Lin family, she had sensed a powerful aura that was clearly suppressing them. This aura easily suppressed her heavenly god realm cultivation, but prevented her from probing his identity. It seemed that the Lin family's ancestors had already reached the God King realm. That mixed aura from the Wind King realm definitely came from that young man. Such strength, and with a God King realm attendant. Di Xue suddenly realized something. This young man's surname is Gu, could he be from that family? If that's the case, we mustn't let Miss offend them. On the contrary, if we can take this opportunity to get closer to that young master, it would be an excellent thing. The white-haired man was very surprised and didn't understand why Di Xue had appeared. Miss, the situation is urgent. In my opinion, this is likely a misunderstanding. What do you mean? Lin Lao felt that Dishue seemed to be conveying goodwill. Gu Changge, on the other hand, was full of curiosity about Yi Chen's cousin. Ancient bloodline, a genius from the mortal realm, deep affection. Haha, this move is both familiar and dramatic. Young master, are you planning to kill them? Do I look like someone who kills people casually? If they're eager to make friends, we should take the initiative. Upon seeing Gu Changge come out, everyone from the Lin family respectfully bowed. This was truly the appearance of the supreme young master from the upper world. Are you young master Gu? You're Yi Chen's cousin. Gu Changge sighed inwardly, thinking, this bastard Yi Chen, putting everything aside. But his romantic luck is really impressive, managing to hook up with a sister who has 800 points of luck. Greetings, young master Gu. This is our young miss, Yi Luli. I am responsible for protecting the young miss's safety in the lower realms. Just now, the young miss may have been a bit rude. Please forgive her and don't take it to heart. Upon seeing Dishua's attitude, Yi Luli was very displeased. What exactly are you here for? Miss, perhaps this is a misunderstanding. Why don't we take this opportunity to clear things up? If we don't, the flood might really reach the Dragon King Temple. You're too kind, senior. Please tell us your purpose here. First, may I ask boldly, is the young master from the Chongqing family? My young lady's background is from the ancient immortal tribe, the Yi family. Speaking of which, our two families have known each other for a long time. Chongqing family, why didn't you say that earlier? The ancient immortal tribe cannot offend the Chongqing family, and we certainly cannot afford to offend them. So, you are from the ancient immortal tribe. No wonder Miss Yi is so fearless, directly knocking on the door. When my father was young, he had some dealings with the head of the Yi family. It seems the senior also knows that I belong to the family. Father, could he be the only heir of the Chongqing family? If that's the case, then this young master will be the head of the family in the future. I didn't expect that kicking the can would land on an iron plate. The young master of the family? Doesn't that mean the young master's family died in vain? Just now, you were so arrogant, like a fierce tiger, but now you're like a paper tiger, hastily kneeling and begging for mercy. Yi Liuli couldn't understand why everything suddenly changed 180 degrees. Yishue spoke again, advising, Miss, this is completely a misunderstanding, you should apologize to the young master of the family. No matter how important the young master's identity is. How could he care about someone insignificant like Yi Chen? But Mrs. Personality would never allow Yi Liuli to apologize to anyone. No matter what family it is, she would never apologize to him. It was he who caused Yi Chen to hide everywhere, becoming the laughingstock of the world. This little girl seems to have deep feelings for Yi Chen. Even under such pressure, she still won't compromise. But in the end, she's just a pure-hearted child. Didn't you and Yi Chen have a good relationship? Then I'll attack from this angle and slowly devour you. After thinking it through, Gu Changge asked, Yi Liuli, what is the purpose of coming here? If you don't give me an explanation today, even if you are a descendant of the ancient immortal tribe, I won't let you go. Under the pressure released by Gu Changge, Yishue could only resist, continuously urging Gu Changge not to get angry, and apologize on behalf of Yi Liuli. However, Yi Liuli was not afraid of anyone and resolutely refused to apologize. Gu Changge called for Old Ming and ordered, every 10 breaths, kill one person beside Yi Liuli. If anyone resists, kill them all. Spare us, sir. Miss, please save us. We don't want to die. The fate of our entire family is in the young lady's hands. However, despite their pleas for mercy, Yi Liuli would never surrender, still shouting loudly, Gu Changge, you are despicable and shameless. Gu Changge seemed not to hear her words, instructing someone to bring a chair. I originally planned to sit down and play with them. Dishue anxiously advised, Miss, why doesn't the young lady understand? With the identity of young Master Gu, if he really wanted to kill Yi Chen, no matter how great Yi Chen's abilities were, he could not escape death. These things are definitely misunderstandings. You are the princess of the ancient immortal tribe, and young Master Gu is the young master of the Chongqing family. As long as you slightly lower your head, young Master Gu should not make things difficult for you. Someone like him can't possibly be a good person, Yi Liuli still said stubbornly. That's right, he's not a good person. Gu Changge, while drinking tea, reminded, 10 breaths have already passed. Old Ming stood behind, raising his hand and striking a very handsome and dashing pose. We've all made that pose before, right? The elder's index finger gently flicked. An unlucky young man was struck by the force of the palm wind and flew out. The remaining two people opened their mouths and swallowed nervously. Seeing that Guchanga really dared to kill, Yilioli couldn't help but feel shocked. She couldn't help but want to step forward and scold him. But before she could speak, she heard the screams of the two young men. "Miss, save us. We don't want to die. We came here for you, please don't abandon us. If the young lady just says a few words for us, we can avoid death. Why won't you speak up? Isn't our life worth even a single word from the young lady?" "Yes, miss. You're so cold-hearted, abandoning us for the sake of young Master Yichen?" Yilioli felt extremely wronged, uncomfortable in her heart, but unable to refute. She lowered her head and gritted her teeth, saying, "Today's matter is Lioli's fault. I have offended the young master. Please, young master, be magnanimous and forgive me." Although the apology wasn't very sincere, Guchanga still chose to forgive her. "I'm not that cold-blooded, after all. Such a small matter isn't worth paying attention to." "All right, miss." As expected, young Master Gu did not make things difficult for us. The two exchanged a glance, secretly feeling grateful. Then, they both knelt down and continuously kowtowed in gratitude. "Don't thank me," Guchanga sneered. "It's Miss Lioli who granted you your lives. If you want to thank someone, go thank her." Yilioli secretly cursed Guchanga as shameless and hated him deeply in her heart. "Young Master Gu, I came here today to ask about a few things and to seek justice." Guchanga was slightly surprised, thinking to himself, "I don't remember doing anything wrong to Mishi, right? Is this matter related to your brother Yichen?" Guchanga smiled. "Does Mishi think I did something? Killing an ant is nothing to me, why bother explaining any reason?" Yiluli wanted to say something, but didn't, her eyes full of confusion. In fact, if Guchanga really wanted to kill Yichen, it would be no problem at all. So, how did Yichen survive after offending him? Or is it like the rumors say, all because of some woman? Yiluli unconsciously looked at Su Qingxia. Her figure and temperament made it easy to understand why men would go crazy for her. These men were truly blinded by beauty. No, it's impossible. Brother Chen has always been an honest and steady person, he wouldn't do something like that. Yiluli retorted, her tone firm. Seeing Yiluli's hesitant and angry expression, Guchanga revealed a satisfied smile. In fact, he didn't kill Yichen because Yichen was still useful. As for the reason, even if they racked their brains, they could never guess it. If young Master Gu doesn't plan to kill Brother Chen, then why send people to the Kaiyuo Holy Land? What does this have to do with my brother? Yiluli asked in confusion. How laughable. Did Mishi come here today to blame me? Guchanga raised an eyebrow. Do I need to explain to you if I kill an ant? His words were full of disdain and threat. Guchanga didn't forget to release some of his aura, and Yiluli didn't have time to react, before her body slightly trembled. Though unwilling, Yiluli understood that Guchanga wasn't wrong. With his status and power, handling the Kaiyuo Holy Land would be like killing an ant. If it's just an ant, would there even need to be a reason? Moreover, if he truly wanted to kill Brother Chen, how could Yichen survive even a second? At that moment, Yiluli finally realized that her behavior today had been utterly ridiculous. Notification, Yiluli has started to waver regarding Yichen. Yichen's fortune points, -100. Host's destiny points, +500. Guchanga smiled, finally getting what he wanted. This thorn had deeply embedded itself in Yiluli's heart, and the following events would be much simpler. Without saying more, Guchanga ordered for the guest to be escorted out. Mishi, young people should communicate more. After all, as people from the upper realm, meeting in the lower realm is also a kind of fate. Guchanga understood Yishue's intentions, but he simply acted uninterested. For him, he had no interest in girls like her. He prepared to leave, no longer paying attention to Yiluli. Seeing Guchanga's indifferent attitude, Yiluli was momentarily stunned, a flash of unwillingness in her eyes. That Gu person, what do you mean? Just as he turned around, Guchanga showed an extremely sly smile. Now, Yiluli has appeared, and logically, she will definitely try to find an opportunity to meet Yichen next. The secret realm is about to open, and as long as Yichen isn't foolish, he will definitely show up on his own and tightly cling to Yiluli's leg. Based on the methods left earlier, it is clear to sense the position where Yi Chen will appear.